Peace to all my gods and goddesses, and just another episode of the Marco Ja monologue tapes. Do want to welcome y'all. Want to say peace to all my gods and goddesses and all righteous families of the earth. And I just got done dealing with heartbreak, but I decided to make a part two to this because I wanted to make this monologue tape for a while now, but it was going to be named something different. But since I touched on dealing with heartbreak today, I want to touch on it. And the last tape I did with dealing with heartbreak part one, I went into me, getting over my relationship about 2 months ago, and just telling my young viewers and as well other people who are listening how free I am. I had to choose peace over chaos, and decided that hey, I'm not gonna tolerate being disrespected while I'm trying to be cordial. And as well, I'm admitting my wrongs, but the other person on the other side was, acting like the victim and pointing out the wrong that I did and not looking at themselves. But I want to tell y'all now, this part of part two is not necessarily dealing or talking or getting into my experience with the breakup that I had about 6 months ago, but is dealing with heartbreak when things are not going well for you. The main ingredient is self-love, and as well as the drive for self-preservation, as well as self-love. But I told you during that whole experience, I lost my job, lost my girl, I lost my place where I lived, I lost a roof over my head. I had very few supportive people that helped me. And then, I did ask a little support, really, this message is really tailored and made for Black men. I would say I have gotten out of my dark space that I was in. Don't get me wrong, times are hard, things are getting better. It's not as cold as a couple months back. So where I live at now, because I don't have air conditioning or nothing, it's not so bad. But I'm gonna tell you, man, when I was at that low point, at the lowest point of my life, it just felt like the whole world was crashing on me. Felt like I was just losing, and then on top of that, I got into drugs. But I'm gonna tell you, my experience, man, when I was at my lowest point a couple months ago, I'm off the drugs, and right now I'm working on my drinking. People were kicking me down, man. People were kicking me down. People were being judgmental. Ladies was acting stuck up. And people were being judgmental, saying I'm homeless because I want to be homeless, when my girlfriend unexpectedly, threw me out of the house or whatever. Should have maybe prepared, or I could have prepared and managed my money better, had a security blanket. But that's all here, that's all there. I could have did this, could have done that, but I was in the situation. Wasn't like no bum on the street. I was working, not robbing anybody. I'm not selling drugs. Right now, I'm looking for work. But um, during that time in my life, man, it just felt like everybody was just kicking me while I was down, man. Being judgmental, stuck up towards me, man. People were actually making fun of me being homeless, which I just don't understand it. Um, um, I don't, because this is maybe I've been in the Raleigh Durham area for 3 years, and this is like my second time being homeless, just due to being in another toxic relationship, due to just being around the wrong people, due to not, to not, due to not, making a cushion, a savings for myself, putting the woman first. Um, but people were actually making fun of me being homeless. My ex-girlfriend was was saying like crap, like you're at the same place where you started, and making fun of me being homeless and me relapsing on drugs. The dude that I told you that was her supposed to be friend, he was harassing me on Facebook, making fun of me being homeless, making fun of me being homeless, saying, real foul, grimy, greasy shit to me. And then as well, what really hurt me was me getting into it with my father really bad during that time. And me and my father are cool as well. We made up, but it all started, the argument with my pops is he was just saying that, like, a lot of people, oh, you're just homeless because you want to be homeless and you don't know how to manage your money, and it's your fault um, of where you are in your life. And I um, didn't 100% agree with my father, but I just bowed down, showed him respect, and said, "Hey, you know what? You're older than me. You're more knowledgeable. I agree with majority of what you're saying, but not. I don't agree with everything what you're saying because I haven't seen my father in like 16 years. I mean, I talked to him over the phone and I always kept in contact with him, but I haven't seen this man in person in 16 years. In my whole adult life, I haven't seen him. Last time I saw my father, I was 17 years old. I'm like 33 years old now. So I just felt like he was overstepping his boundaries and talking a little reckless, and being judgmental. But I just told him, like, you know what, you got it, and I'm gonna just accept it. And what you're saying, I'm gonna say I agree with for the majority of part of what you were saying. I could have made better decisions. Shouldn't have been living with a woman, and I could have managed my money better. But uh, uh, the last thing he said before he got off the phone with me that night is that you were just remind me of one of my relatives, and he said you're just gonna be like one of my relatives. You gonna get yourself together when you about like 38, 40 years old. And I vehemently told him, like, man, don't say that, man. No, I'm not. I'm gonna get myself together in the next 6 months or to a year. And I got off, but during that time, I was drunk and mad at the world during that time. But the next morning, I called my pops up that next morning. I was like, and he was like in a jovial, good mood. And then I was like, hey, listen, you remember last night you told me that I'm not going to get myself together till I'm like 38 or 40 years old. I said to him, I'm not going to get all into it and whatever. But I was like, don't you ever say that to me, man. And then he just started going off on me, saying I was a bitch, saying that I ain't doing nothing to help myself, even though during the time I was working. So that really hurted me during that bad time I was going through. Then, you know, when you're homeless as well, sometimes people really do fuck with you just for no reason. People from gas stations, I experienced someone accusing me of stealing when they had accusing me of stealing in the gas station store when I work and I don't need to steal. I just go get my beer and walk up to the register. I don't have to steal. So I had uh, incidents like that, and that situation I try to fight the store clerk because like he did this while those customers behind me, and I felt a little embarrassed and I felt really disrespected. So I uh, I was trying to fight dudes. I told dude come outside, and he just did nothing but call the police. I came in a couple days later and threw some bananas at him. This was like 10, 11 months ago when I first got homeless out here. So like a month or two ago, I came back and a month or two ago, I went to the same store because I'm back on the street. I'm back where I'm at. I'm back being homeless. This lady recognized me. She's like a district manager and told me to leave the store. And I like called the scene. I said, yo, if this little kid wasn't here, I swear, man, I'll like pull my dick out and fuck you and all this. And I left the store. And then they called the police on me anyway. And I don't understand that. They told me to leave the store and I left the store. And then they still called the police. And then I had these two female police officers approach me. They recognized me for something I did. It wasn't like a crime. I accidentally burned a abandoned house the last time I was homeless, so they recognized me in the system for that. And then they got the store owner to get on the intercom and basically say I'm trespassed. So I'm banned from that store for an incident that happened 10, 11 months ago, being accused of stealing when I didn't steal. And then I did go back a couple days later. And this was like last year, and I threw bananas, at the dude. So I'm like basically banned from that store for nothing. And then it was another incident. This happened this year at a gas station. Um, and I'm gonna take my time with this tape because I really want to reach my following and people who listen to me. Because we're just what Black Ram say, this is therapeutic, man. you know. But had another incident because at my job, I would get off work and go to the 7-Eleven because they cook, It's 24 hours. And then it's pretty cool too that you can get wings. But it was this dude, the Drez, my boy Nazir, and he would always let me clown around, be at the store, chill. I used to go there when I left work, and I got off work at 11 at the late night. And I might go home at like 2 or 3 or something. And he usually, he usually had a store to himself. But that night, I say a couple days prior, I punched somebody in their face because dude was acting really drunk and crazy and wanted to take his daughter home. And he was hanging out with me outside, and it's cold, like 30 degrees during that time. And I punched dude in the face. So I guess, his manager saw that on camera and just decided he wanted to, stay. He wanted to stay, one night with Nazir to get me out of the store. So I kind of knew it was up. I kind of saw, dude kind of always, gave me a feeling that he didn't really like me too much. So what I just do is I go to the bathroom. Hey, how you doing? Sorry. I just go to the bathroom and I just go to the bathroom and I'm just like on the phone, right? I'm just like on the phone and excuse me, y'all, I'm stepping outside, but yeah, I'm using a bathroom for like 25 minutes. And all of a sudden, this dude, he just like starts shaking the bathroom stall. He goes in the bathroom, starts shaking the bathroom stall. And they're telling me to get out. And I'm like looking at this dude like I never felt so like dehumanized in my life, man. So never felt so like dehumanized in my life, man. So I like, telling me, yo, I'm still using the bathroom, man. Like, yo, chill. Like, can I use the bathroom first? So I get out of the bathroom and I rolled up on him and I'm like, bro, don't you ever effing do that again. Like, don't you ever fucking do that. Like, do that shit again. Do that shit again. Do that shit again. Because, like, at that time, I was on the edge. I just going through a breakup. Going through it with my pops. So, it was just a time of my life not to F with me, man. So, that's like examples of how, like, when people know you poor, black, and homeless, people want to dehumanize you and treat you like shit and kick you down. And, then, I had some people at my job, I didn't, like, blatantly told people from my job that, I'm homeless or nothing, but people got the gist that, hey, my girl kicked me out. I'm in and out of hotels and abandoned houses. So, I was hearing even, like, a lot of, like, people were saying a lot of slick ass shit for my job and making jokes, even my supervisor. And that's why I just don't get, man, like, what is so funny, man? Why people look down and why is it so funny, man? Why people do that? Make fun of somebody that's homeless when, I made some bad mistakes and lived and was in some bad relationships and didn't really manage my money too well. To be homeless, but I'm telling you, it can happen to anybody. But when I was at my lowest point, I'm telling you, and I'm talking to the black man as well as as well of men of different nationalities, races, and creeds and cultures that, you know, when you're at your lowest point, people are going to kick you down. People are not going to have no mercy for you. People are going to look at you and the situation that you're in because it's your fault. People going to clown you. Ladies going to act stuck up. You know, it's going to happen. And it just felt like I was like got banned from two gas stations, basically just over not doing anything. Over because some lady reminded me, or some lady remembered some shit that I did like 10, 11 months ago, and then another one because I was using a bathroom too long. Then I got caught. Then someone called the police on me for having a knife. But I had a knife in a holster in my pocket. But I was just holding my knife, and people called the police on me. So it's rough, man. When you down and out, and you a black man or just any kind of man. But I would say, man, that don't expect sympathy. Show people wrong. Learn from your lesson. And grab life by the horns, man. Like kick this life's ass. I know it could be a bitch sometimes, but it's like that's what people like to do. And so kick a man while he's down. But the main ingredient is having self-love, man. I have a relentlessness spirit of conquering and getting out of your dark time. Now, if you don't learn your lesson and fall into traps like drugs like I did, or still calling up your ex-girlfriend, and you're going to go through a revolving door, but it's better days to come. And we're in a time now, man, that you can't even afford to be average anymore, man. You gotta go the extra mile. You gotta go the extra mile. Sometimes you even gotta have your own another income source. With inflation and everything's going up. It's like really a rough world, man, for the black man. It is. But black man, I salute you. Where my God's at, I salute you. I know this life can be hard. I know it can be confusing. I know it can be hard. I know it can be confusing. I know it's not a lot of people showing love, not a lot of love. That's one saying. One saying people say is only people that get unconditional love is women and children and animals. So, your value of a man is what you can do for somebody, what you can provide to somebody. So it's really rough for the black man out here, man. But I just want to tell y'all, man, that them days are gonna come sometimes, and make sure, really, I know I'm going through a hard time, but this is my last time I'm ever gonna be in this situation. I learned my lesson, and I'm trying to do extra. I'm trying to do even more, and I'm not gonna let this world and this society bring me down. I'm not. It's there's so much distractions. There's so much things that, the devil, he can't force you to do something, but he can put something in your face for you to fall, for you to be distracted. But the times that we're living in 2024, man, it's really hard. I was on a bus the other day, man, and when I'm on a bus, it's a lot of drug addicts. It's a lot of poor people. Uh, it's mentally unstable people. And this man was like, he had to be around like my age. Let's just say he's like in his late 20s, early 30s. Was talking about, yeah, I'm about to get this job at a restaurant, and and I'm just looking at him, and I'm like, you on a bus, and that's it? Like, you decided about getting a job at a restaurant, man? And I had like maybe two people yesterday offer me like an opportunity to work. One was at a restaurant, and one is at um, one is at a janitorial service, which I'm thinking about taking a position because he said I could get paid 20 an hour, but the other restaurant job was 15 an hour. And me personally, I'm not to say not to look down on people who work in fast food restaurant industry. It's just not for me. And on top of that, man, like I want to work somewhere where I'm useful, and I want to work somewhere where I can make a decent living for myself. You know, I want to work at a company where, I feel like it's worth working. Like that, I can at least get pay, I can at least survive off the job I have and take care of myself as a grown man. A lot of these jobs don't even give you the ability to take care of yourself as a grown man. Now, if you're, you know, working at a restaurant for side work or part time, I understand that. Or if you're like a teenager or you're young, but just me personally, man, I don't think a grown man should be like working at a restaurant or at fast food, man. Especially if you got kids or you trying to do something to make something for yourself. I could easily probably get like a fast food job right now, but I'm like, I'm more of a person who works in an office setting. Um, I work more in customer service and sales. But um, my main point of me saying what I'm saying is that we're in a day and an age where you can't be average, man. We're in a day and age where you can't be average, man, and being average ain't gonna cut it. Back in the day, you you could do that, but nowadays you can't, man. Even a woman don't a good looking woman or even a decent average looking don't even want an average man no more, man. So us, man, we gotta know that, before I sign off, you gotta love yourself. You gotta have a relentless spirit about you. Uh, when hard times come, keep pushing. Stop living with these crazy ass women like what I be doing, and rely, man. Don't rely on the drugs and the drinking, and it's just gonna make the situation where it's rely on hoping for a better opportunity, for a better life for yourself. Rely on God as your source. And that's something I had to learn. And if you're going through a really bad time, make sure it's the last time you're gonna go through it, and learn from it so you don't have to repeat and go through it again like how I'm going through. Cause I've been like, things are getting better, man, but these past 5 months, man, has been crazy. Even still to this day, like, I like get into it with people. I almost got in a fight yesterday and another one the night before. So, people just want to fuck with you. When you're down or people want to try to take advantage of you, or try to get something out of you because they know you down. And but just don't let the hard time get to you, and persevere, man. If anybody cares about the black man and what he goes through, it's me. Understand how hard it is for us black men. uh, I think we're doing a good job, but we need to really step up and stop living an average life. Let's make some businesses. Let's work together. Stop beefing. And that's all. But this is the God Marco Ja on another tape. Y'all have a good one. I want to say peace to all my gods and goddesses and all righteous families of the earth. I'm out. Peace.